Hey, how you guys doing out there? Thank you very much for joining the Industrial Talk Live edition. We do a lot of podcasts here on the Industrial Talk podcast, but sometimes I just like to do lives and try to play some music. It's cool stuff. All right, you know this podcast is dedicated to the industrial professionals, the women and men of industry. You're bold, you're brave, you dare greatly, you're changing the world. Thank you very much exactly for what you do each and every day, and you do it without any fanfare. That's why the podcast is here. It's all about fanfare, and thank you very much for tuning in. Now, we're going to have a couple of things that are going to be taking place here. It is about, hey, what's coming up on the Industrial Talk podcast this week, because I hope you had a nice weekend. And then we're going to talk a little bit about what that means, who we're going to feature, and why that's important, because they deserve the recognition just like you do, because they're absolute wonderful professionals. So with that said, I want to be able to sort of point out a couple of things that are taking place this week. And you only have one day to be able to make that happen. It is the Accelerate, right? The Accelerate, let's say experience, because I'm telling you, this is a must-attend event, because it is all talking about how we create businesses of resiliency. And that it comes through, properly managing your assets, properly managing the maintenance, properly managing your business, so that we can not just, survive, which we're doing right now, but how do we rebuild? What are those strategies, tactics? And you're going to hear from the leaders at Accelerate. And how do you prosper in this new normal, next normal, whatever normal it is? How do you prosper in it? And that's why these events, especially this particular one, Accelerate 20, is a must-attend event. Now, I'm telling you right now, I've had the fortunate opportunity to be able to interview some great people at this, that will be speaking at this particular event. And what makes it so great, what makes it so wonderful, what makes it so moving and special, these are leaders. These are leaders that you can tap into at Industrial Talk. This is their landing place. This is Fluke Reliability, Accelerate 20. And out there right now, you've got gentlemen like Nega Ankush. He's talking about Industry 4.0. You can see Kevin Clark. You can see, look at that one. That is Klaus Blake. Now, you're looking at his name and you're going, I don't know if that's the way. It's Blake. Trust me. And again, everything's wrapped around resiliency. And she is Susan Greenman, an absolute fireplug, an absolute joy. You can listen to her podcast, but she's going to be speaking at Accelerate, as well as Jeff Hay. And I think Blair is in here someplace too as well, because Blair is pretty cool. There he is. So all of those and much more are going to be speaking at this particular event. So I highly recommend that you look out. And in fact, let's just check it out. I once again, I think that look at it. Isn't it great how I love StreamYard, because it's so intuitive. Look, here it is. Accelerate. Go out to this particular URL, Accelerate, or you can go to industrialtalk.com. You can find out more, but it's all good. It's all out there. And sign up. It is starting tomorrow, so don't miss out on that. So tomorrow we've got these great individuals that we are featuring, as well as many, many, many more, because they are absolute wonderful people dedicated to your success. Now, also, we're going to be working with another company, IoT Solutions World Congress. They're out of Barcelona. Great people, great organization, passionate about IoT. Now, I'm going to be doing a panel. We're going to be featuring some great speakers. The individuals, one of the things that when we start talking about IoT, right? IoT this, IoT that, Industry 4.0, you name it, we're talking about it. But I'm going to be taking, with this particular panel, with these leaders, a different tact, a different avenue, a different strategy on what that means. And that means to be able to look at how this digital world we're we're venturing into, which we've been venturing into, but it seems like we're, because of COVID and the need to survive and to create a business of resiliency, we need other strategies, and that's sort of like that innovative digital strategy. Now, from my perspective, I can see how it helps businesses, but how does it help communities? How does it help communities that are in need? How does it help other countries that are in need? And where's that heart component, that social component associated with Industry 4.0? The panel that we're going to be featuring at that particular event, which let me just sort of slap over here. Let me share it. And that is the Digital Summit. Just go out here to IoT World. IoT, well, let's see, it's IoTSWorldCongress.com. And you see this Digital Summit. You can discover it. It's online. It's all there. And you're going to be hearing from professionals from all over the world speak at this particular event. It is, I've been very fortunate to be able to be associated with the IoT Solutions World Congress individuals, people, and they just put on a top-notch show. They're absolutely great, and really enjoy working with them. Now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be featuring on my panel on a person by the name of Tiffany Atkinson. Now, she is absolutely passionate about, well, you see her stat card out there on LinkedIn, and I'm going to be doing a podcast this week with her. We're going to be highlighting her, mad skills when it comes to all things digital. Reach out to her. You can see her. There it is, right there. I'm pointing over here, and you will not go wrong, because she is just an absolute. I'm looking forward to that podcast. The next person that I'm going to be interviewing is a gentleman by the name of Tiffany. Now, he is with Ericsson. He's the VP, as you can tell, and head of IoT strategies. So we're going to be talking about the heart. We're going to be talking about the heart associated with this sort of digital journey, which is really important. And then finally, we're going to be talking to a gentleman by the name of Bill Schmarzo. Now, if you have anything, if you think you know anything about data, you need to talk to Bill, because he definitely knows more than you. He knows more than pretty much most people, but that's Bill Schmarzo, and he's going to be on the panel too, and I'll be interviewing him today as well. So I've got just a lineup of great people that we're going to be interviewing, that we're going to be highlighting, and that we're going to be doing. So once again, a couple of events that you need to be aware of. You need to go out there. You need to find a little bit about and get this on your calendar, the Digital Summit 2020, because you need to know more about your digital journey. Without a doubt, you need to know it. It's not going away. It's a game changer when it comes to developing and creating a business of resilience. It just is. You cannot ignore it. You cannot deny it. So go out to there, and then we're gonna be starting to really promote the panel. And join. It's just going to be fun. We're just going to have a doggone good time. The other one, of course, is Accelerate 20, and you just got to do that too. You just, especially now, when this platform, this Industrial Talk platform, is just completely dedicated to developing sort of that organization, that environment for collaboration, right? Rebuilding. We have to innovate, we have to educate, and it has to happen now, because this whole, Industry 4.0 is absolutely blistering fast. It's just going by so quickly, and you need to be able to collaborate with people who are just every bit as passionate. You need to innovate with people who are just cutting edge with their innovation, and they really want you to rebuild and prosper in this, new normal. And you got to educate, and you got to go to events like Accelerate 20. You've got to do things like IoT Solutions World Congress. Find out more. You got to be a part of that, without a doubt. Now, here's a question for you. Who do you think this, let's see, I am going to back this off, because I love music. By the way, I love music, and it's sort of one of those things that I like to do is like name that tune type thing. And so what I've been doing is I have been listening to music, trying to create a different type of virtual event, which is real important. And something that's fun, something that's engaging, something that is sort of where we're at. But anyway, got some music out here that I would like to share with you. But before we go, one last parting, I can't say shot, but you need to know your digital journey. You need to know, and you need to collaborate with people who are at the forefront of that. That is, if you're a business and you are interested in prospering in the future, the only way that I know how is through innovation, is through collaboration with individuals that know what they're doing. And that is without a doubt. So my parting shot before we leave is just reach out to those individuals that I shared with you. Be bold. You got to be bold. Don't hold back. Be brave. Dare greatly, right? You need to dare greatly. Don't hold back, and hang out with people who are doing the same thing, because I'm telling you, you'll not be disappointed. This is Blood Soul. How about that one? Highly Suspect is the song. So anyway, thank you very much for joining the Industrial Talk Podcast Live Edition. You've got all of those podcasts that are out there that are it's just so much. Go out to the podcast. Thank you very much for joining. Be safe this week. And,